the first thing that you have to do for you to get on the track that you want to do is to become self-reliant.
You get to choose how your mind serves you.
To be self-reliant.
You gotta be self-sufficient.
We live in a culture that greatly values self-confidence, and one of the greatest things that ever happened to me was that I lost it. My name is Ben Lair. I'm a pastor in Poland. I'm married to an amazing woman from Wyoming, and God's given us 3 beautiful daughters. In 1998, when I was visiting Poland for 2 months, one of my hosts, one of the American missionaries, took me to a town one day. He told me, in this town, there's no evangelical church. There's no gospel witness of any kind. I couldn't believe it. I just was thinking, like, maybe I'm not gifted. Maybe I'm not a good preacher and won't be very good at this. But even a bad preacher, just someone coming to tell people the good news, is infinitely better than no one being there. We were ready to leave behind church and family, and this period that I kind of call our honeymoon period began. We moved to the city of Krakow. I remember us being just fascinated with the beautiful architecture and loving Polish food, pierogi, the breads, borscht. There are these bakeries that every morning are baking all these pastries and breads, which we loved so much. In those early years in our work in Poland, I'm sure that to some degree I was trusting God, but mixed in with that was a lot of self-confidence. That if I could work hard enough, I could get this job done. Like, I was giving myself about a year to learn the language. I was going to be fluent in the language, and then I was just going to build all these relationships, have all these friendships, and there would be people in our home, and we'd be sitting over the table with Polish people, having these close friendships, and I'd be constantly sharing the gospel with people. And then from that, people would be born again, and then from that, a church would be planted. And the reality was that none of that happened. A person who's driven by self-reliance and self-confidence can only end up in one of 2 places. If he's successful, then that leads to pride. I did work hard enough. I am good enough. I did it when no one else could. And if he isn't successful, then that leads to devastation. I wasn't good enough. I don't measure up. I can't do it. I'm a failure. To learn the Polish language, it was really difficult for me.
Zalam będziesz pisał co nie? I biernik,
Tor filetową torbę. The realization hit me that I'm not good enough to do this. I'm not strong enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not gifted enough. I began to question, why did God bring us here? Why not send someone else? Someone who's more educated or more gifted or can do this, because I can't. It just seemed like God had made a mistake, and it's hard even to know where to turn at that point. in those same months that we were at our lowest and I desperately needed answers, I read the book Desiring God more than once. This is God's universal purpose for all Christian suffering: more contentment in God and less satisfaction in self. I've never heard anyone say the really deep lessons of life have come through times of ease and comfort, but I've heard strong saints say every significant advance I've made in grasping the depths of God's love and growing deep with Him has come through suffering. This concept that God was going to use the difficulties through our years as missionaries in order to destroy in us self-confidence and cause us to rely on the grace of God was life-changing. I think that had God not opened my eyes to this sin of self-confidence, we wouldn't have remained missionaries. These truths functioned for us as a lifeline to sustain us in the ministry. We left the church plant in Krakow in good hands, and in 2004 moved to the town of Siedlce, where we started a church plant, and then in 2012 started a third church plant in the town of Łuków. The Siedlce church plant has grown to 36 members with 3 elders, and although the Łuków church plant is small, it's growing and full of life. Sarah and I were both personally so blessed by the ministry of Desiring God that we desired to do what we could to try to get these resources into the Polish language and available into Polish homes. We launched a publishing ministry. These resources are now making it into thousands of Polish homes on a monthly basis. Hard work is good and long hours of work are good, but may God help me and help us to do that work in complete reliance that He's going to provide the fruit.